They used his head for batting practice. And he didn't even play basketball. That's right. I'm talking about famed slugger Ted Williams. According to a new book, workers at an Arizona cryogenics lab used the Hall of Famer's frozen head for batting practice, with the skull balanced on an empty can of bumblebee tuna to keep it from sticking to the bottom of its case. Terrible story. Williams' corpse is one of more than 50 that are kept suspended in liquid nitrogen in case future generations learn how to revive them or just abuse them. A former exec at the facility, Larry Johnson, describes watching as another employee removed Ted's head from the freezer and tried to dislodge the tuna can by swinging at it with a wrench. He missed the target a lot and instead smacked Williams' head, spraying tiny pieces of frozen head around the room. Meantime, here's a cat.
Look at that.
Bill Rasmussen called and actually sent that to me during the break.
All right, now give a poll of what we think about it. I'm going to say positive.
Do you really like that?
Yes.
Okay, Jim, does this soil the entire profession of cryogenics?
No. Not at all. I'm signing my parents up. No, I think, look, Ted Williams, he might like that. Like, what would he want his head used for? To play baseball?
That's a good point.
He's a baseball player. Just don't play soccer or golf. Those are sissy sports, according to Ted.
Exactly. He never liked those sports.
He hated them.
Hey, Ron, do you think the real winner here is was it Bumblebee Tuna? Because that is a great ad placement.
It is, and you know, the guy was able to reliably knock his head off of the tuna can 4 out of 10 times, over and over and over.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
No one's been able to replicate that in like 30, 40 years.
And no one ever will.
Yes, that's so true. Bill, I want you to live forever.
Oh.
Yeah, so why don't we decapitate you now and save you for the future?
While you're young and good looking.
Then truly I would be a talking head. All right, what? Okay. Come on, twice in one show? No. Here's the thing. A lot of people don't know that Ted Williams was also an amazing fisherman. He was actually truly one of the best anglers in the world after he left baseball. He applied the same knowledge and the same drive he had to hitting to angling. So I say, why not use the head as bait? You know, complete the circle.
A terrible thing to say, a terrible thing. I apologize to anybody who likes to fish or likes Ted Williams.
Or fish.
And see, I got to ask you, you actually have been to this facility, Alcor, haven't you?
I have. I was visiting family in Arizona, and because I'm newsy, I wanted to go and check it out. So my dad and I went, and it was super cheesy. We walked right in. It's in this like crappy strip mall business, you know, center. And there's like brochures and signage around. It's like that place in Total Recall where he goes for the imaginary adventures. Yeah. Just like that. And this cheerful little receptionist was like, you know, how can we help you today? As if we were just like in the market for cryogenic services. Who isn't? Long story short, Alcor, less than reputable, like least surprising news story of the year.
Yeah. That was a long story short. From coming back to life, that story, to never dying, will humans someday be able to live forever? The answer may come at the end of this sentence. New research shows most babies born in rich countries this century will eventually make it to their 100th birthday. And the trend of people living longer shows little sign of slowing down. Said one aging expert, David Gems. Improvements in healthcare are leading to ever-slowing rates of aging, challenging the idea that there is a fixed ceiling to human longevity. Greg, what are you doing later? Oh, sorry.
That was uncanny.
I don't know what was going on. Later, he chugged a bottle of fabric softener. It really is the key to maintaining youth. I don't know. Jim, I got to ask you, what bothers me about this story is that after we're dead, science will discover the secret to eternal life, but we're gone. Does that kind of bother you?
Not really. I've done this for 41 years. It's like I could do another 40 or 50, but do I want to do this for 200 more years? Live in mediocrity with man breasts? No. Who cares? So no, I don't care.
I don't know. I kind of think that as we grow, as we age, we're going to find better ways to live, and therefore the new 80 will be the new 20.
I'm told they're on the verge of a cure for man breasts.
Really?
Yeah, I think we'll see the dawn of that. So
let's save every man breast. Exactly. Ron, if we actually extend the lifespan, we're going to have a lot of old people. No young people, just lots of old people.
If Ted Williams is ever reanimated, it sounds like he'll wake up in a world that smells like urine.
Or Bill's apartment.
You know, I want to know what the death panels have to say about this whole 100-year thing. Let them weigh in. I think we might be able to take the train off the track.
Interesting. Not sure what that means.
I don't know how the death panels can weigh in if it's just a panel full of dead people.
I don't know
I'd like
that.
to see it.
Esty, would you want to live forever if you stopped being hot at the age of 80?
Whoa, that's a great question. I'll have to think about that. I mean, I really have to weigh.
The whole point of Red Eye is answering questions.
Stop being hot.
You can't just say I want to come back to me later.
What is life without being hot?
Yeah, that is true.
You'll
Bill.
never stop being hot, darling.
Why don't you let me know, Bill?
Jim, weigh in.
Just thinking, Greg, maybe our children will live forever, but if we continue down this path of madness, will there be anything for them to live for?
Thank you. Well, you know, Essie, we were talking about in the green room. You made an excellent point. You said that if we live longer, kids don't have to look for a job until they're like 50.
Well, that's true.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Well, I didn't, because you asked me a question about being hot.
All right. Hey, do you have then you just, answer the question the way you want to be answered.
In fairness, I was grabbing a leg.
Just turn it around.
So do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail on my direct line, it's simple. Call 212-462-5050. And still to come, jerks. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by my buddy Dave. He totally saved me a seat at a Velvet Revolver show this one time, and it was just a lot of fun broing out with him for like 2 hours. Thanks, Dave.